my thread back to horizontal position from this top position, from the vertical position. I've rethreaded machine. All of this looks good. Everything's holding. So why is this happening? Okay. Have you ever asked that question? Why was my machine doing this? At first, everything was looking beautiful, and then it started doing this when I changed fabric, and that causes me to lose money. Okay? Causes me to lose money, causes you to lose money. So let's fix the problem, okay? When there's a problem, we need a solution. Okay, that's true in sewing too. Okay, conflict resolution. Let's find a solution. Okay, so depending on the fabric that you're using, okay, let me get several pieces of fabric because you guys saw me using this fabric the other day with the ribbed wrist area on there, the stretchy fabric. Okay, we're not talking about that fabric, but just in comparison to this fabric. All right, so this fabric is a blend. It has mostly cotton. All right, but why is it doing this? Okay, why is the thread doing this on my fabric? It messed up a perfectly fine block, okay? I first noticed on here, I said, what in the world is happening? All right, so I went to, this is my block of fabric here, okay? Chocolate, okay, brown color. And then, yeah, so back to what I was telling you and what we have to solve is why is the machine spitting out all of my thread and causing me to lose money? Having to go buy more thread, okay? Black thread is valuable around here. So having to buy more thread. So let's check out the machine. Let's move this over to the side. This is a stretchy fabric, so we don't need that right now, okay? Let's go back up here. All right, put this over. I'll put that up there, and let's go over here. So, as you can see, again, the machine was doing fine. Okay, that's a perfectly secure seam. Then it became insecure. Do you see that? It became insecure, that clumping or that puckering, all of those things. Let's check out our machine. All right, I'm gonna find a clean spot, okay, on this swatch. Let's find a clean spot and let's do a test run, okay? First, you put your fabric under the presser foot, okay? Secure the fabric in place by putting your presser foot down, and let's crank up this machine. Oh boy, I already hear something that doesn't sound right. You see that? Got stopped in my tracks. Okay, so you can almost assume that this clumping is happening again, so let's fix that. So first, let's release our fabric. Look at there. Look. Doesn't even want to come out. So spin your wheel a little bit to make sure the needle is out. That will loosen your thread. You see it's coming out. It really tried to get caught, didn't it? Oops. Sorry, I dropped the camera for a moment. All right. And let me see if I can. My chat is hidden right now, so if you're saying something, I can't see you right now, but I will check in the end. Let's go ahead and see if we could fix this problem. So let's roll and loosen the thread. So what I'm doing is pulling my wheel towards me, okay? It has the arrow telling you to steer downward, okay? And that's going to release the thread enough for me to be able to get my fabric out of here, okay? All right, so let's use the snips. Get that fabric out. And then check the problem. You see that? Look at it. What a waste. All right, look, it broke off. So that's wasting thread. We don't want to do that. Let's find both of our pieces. Hold on. One thing you can check is go back and look at your bobbin. Make sure your bobbin has thread. Okay, has thread. So we've checked on that. And let's make sure we get both pieces of thread. Let's put our pressure foot down, spin it, make sure the thread is spinning around the bobbin. Lift back up. That clump of thread. All right. Now make sure you have both of your threads. I'm pulling the bobbin thread. You see the bobbin spinning? Okay, you see that? All right, we're getting somewhere. And then the top, okay, the spool should move. You see that thread? Moving because everything's working properly now. So I have two pieces of thread that lets you know the top thread and the bobbin thread are in sync. That's a start. Now let's test. Let's do a test run to see if we're going to have this clumping or if we're going to get something good out of this machine. All right, let's go up top. Let's check our tension. The tension is on 0, so there is no tension. Okay, the stitch length is on 3. When you have, depending on the fabric now, but when you have the top thread gathering on the wrong side, okay, so this is the top thread, but you see how it's acting up here, spitting out thread. And when you look under, you're like, oh, what happened? Well, when the top thread is being pulled to the underside, check your tension, okay? Check your tension because the stitch length is fine, all right? But the tension is on 0. So let's go to 1.5. Because when you're using a lightweight fabric, like I'm using, see, this is not heavy at all, okay? I'm trying to use my finger to open it up. It's not heavy at all. Of course, I'll drop it. All right, so let's look. This is a lightweight fabric. It's very thin. So we want to go to a 1.5. 1. Okay, let's get in focus. 1.5 inches on our tension, okay? And we want to go to 3, which we're at. See the dot is lined up with 3. Want to go with 3 on a stitch length. Let's see if that's going to work out for us. Everything's pulling fine. This is going to tell all. All right, as you can see, so you can know I'm not, pulling any tricks with this demonstration. The last one puckered, okay? So the one below that should be either straight, or we will have to go back to check the tension and troubleshoot again. All right, let's get this fabric under here. This fabric in place. Put the presser foot down. Let's go back, then go forward. Let's try that. All right, so far it sounds good. Let's keep going. All right. This might not be straight. Okay, sounding good, girl. All right. Let's pull that fabric out. Let's roll our wheel. Release that thread a little bit. And see what we have. Okay. Let's use our snips to clip that thread, and let's look under to see what the result. Wow! Do you see that? You see where I went backwards? Okay, that part is understood. But look, nice and neat. Let me hold it up. Nice and neat. I didn't say straight, but nice and neat. So let's check this side. Yep, perfect. So if you have your machine spitting out thread, you're looking on top and everything seems fine, and then you start getting that sputtering or the puckering, and you look under and you're like, what in the world is going on? Well, go ahead and check your tension. If it's thin fabric, put it on 1.5 tension and 3 on your stitch length. And you should fix it just like this. If not, then we need to talk again, because that means something else is wrong. All right, well, thank you so much for coming out to look at this demonstration, this live demonstration, as I fix the tension that was too loose or non-existent because it was on 0. So we moved it to 1.5, and just to recap, we put the stitch length on 3, and that did it. Look how nice. The last one turned out perfect. Thank you so much for coming out to look at this demonstration, and go ahead and look at some of the other videos that I have posted over on Aunt Bee's Homestead. If you like something, give me a thumbs up. If you love something, go ahead and subscribe. We'll be happy to have you. All right, take care, and I'll look forward to seeing you on the next video. Bye-bye for now.